The outgoing chief of the International Atomic Energy Agency says that Iran is not ready to produce a nuclear weapon. Mohamed el Baradei says the facts don't support the view that Tehran's weapon is on the verge of being developed, and he says the threat has been exaggerated. But he has said Tehran needs to be more transparent with the UN watchdog. Middle East correspondent Ben Knight.
Mohamed el Baradei has been criticised in the past for playing down the threat of a nuclear Iran. But as he prepares to leave the job, he's made his own criticism of those who warn the country's on the verge of building a nuclear bomb. In many ways, I think the threat has been hyped, he said, but the idea that we'll wake up tomorrow and Iran will have a nuclear weapon isn't supported by the facts. As his comments were published, officials from Europe, the US and China were meeting in Germany, where new sanctions against Iran were expected to come up for discussion. Barack Obama has given Iran until this month to open up nuclear talks. It's a deadline that's backed by other Western leaders.
Enfin, sur l'Iran, nous avons exactement la même.
On Iran, we have exactly the same opinion. We've supported President Obama's outstretched hand to the Iranian people. But this hand can't be held out endlessly to irresponsible people and leaders who don't respond.
Mohamed el Baradei's comments will be of particular concern here in Israel. This country regards a nuclear Iran as its greatest external threat. In fact, some politicians here have warned of a military strike on Iran to stop that from ever happening. The US has made it clear to Israel that that is not an option. But Israel will be very concerned to hear something that could weaken diplomatic pressure on Iran. There was a quick response from senior Israeli opposition figure and former army chief of staff, Shaul Mofaz. He told Israel Radio Iran is just months away from building a bomb. There's still much that's unclear. Iran itself is still in turmoil after the June election. The mass trial of opposition activists continues, while Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is facing a test of his authority when the parliament votes today on his cabinet appointments. Ben Knight, Lateline.